Did you ever grow up telling yourself you want to be a YouTuber? Well, I did too, and then I realized how much easier it is to do it on Instagram and just become an Instagram content creator. And in the past 9 months, I've grown 160,000 followers on Instagram. I'm not here to give you some BS advice on clout. I'm gonna give you the literal clout equation that I used to grow 160,000 followers in 9 months. And the first thing I did was post 200 reels in the last 9 months. You got that right 200 times. That is posting 200 times, editing 200 times, and filming 200 times. So once you get that done, we can figure out our first C in our clout equation. C equals clout. And the first C is consistency. And it sounds corny, but that is what it takes in order to grow 160,000 followers. Now, if you have posting anxiety and you're so worried about making your first 5 or 10 videos perfect, well, rest assured that it's gonna take you 200 to get to whatever clout number you want. So don't even think about your first 10, okay? So we got our first C, and now we're gonna spend a majority of our time in this video focusing on our second C, which is consistent improvement, or constant improvement. Now, if you couldn't already tell, I'm a big fan of acronyms, so the way we achieve constant improvement is with the 3 V's: viewer, visuals, and value. So let's start with the viewer. What does that mean, right? Obviously, you have a viewer and you want to stack up more views, but what I mean by a viewer is that you need one specific viewer. Now, the Instagram algorithm, the way you stack up more views, you go from 100 views to 1,000 views to 100,000 to 1,000,000 views on a video, is by making sure your video gets a high average watch time, gets comments and shares, and the way you do that is by hacking the viewer's psychology and making sure you give the viewer exactly what they want. And to understand what people want, you need to focus on one specific person, because the riches are in the niches. If you're a fitness creator, for example, and you say, come with me to do an arm workout, why would they listen to you? Why would anybody listen to you? They've never even met you before. Why would you expect somebody on their explore page would randomly watch you out of all the other fitness creators? And this applies to every single other niche, right? Cooking, business, videography. You need to know what your viewer wants. Use the wording and say exactly what your viewer wants to hear. And that's all achieved by understanding exactly who your viewer is. And I'm talking, name one specific person. That makes it so much easier to actually communicate in flow and communicate with authenticity. Once you know exactly who that one person is, literally list out who they watch online, so then you can use them as inspiration creators, what their problems are, what their deepest desires are in life. And that's exactly the messaging that you want to use. So instead of saying, come with me to an arms workout, say, these are the 3 bicep exercises I used to grow my arms by 2 centimeters in 2 months. If you know exactly who your viewer is, you know that they respond to the words 2 centimeters. You know that they respond to the words arm. And that is the power of understanding your viewer, because you stop shooting videos in the dark and your ideas don't become this scrambled game of, what should I post today? Let me just copy who else, like somebody else. Well, maybe you should focus on your viewer instead and give them exactly what they want and need in their life, so then you can actually start building a following of people who know, like, and trust you. But that being said, once you actually understand the wording and the communication that your viewer responds to, you still need to understand the visual side. Because if your videos look like poop, if you don't have good lighting, and your videos look kind of like this, it's a little bit flat with the lighting, maybe you're not relying on these cool visuals like a little fancy whiteboard. And if you take out these fancy captions at the bottom, well, there's less for the viewer to actually kind of chew on visually while they're watching your video. And the more pleasant of a viewing experience it is, the more of the dead space you cut, the more of the breathing time that you cut out from your video, the better your video is simply going to look visually. Put nice captions that change 2 to 3 words at a time. Use trending music so you can hijack familiarity bias, so people can actually start being subconsciously swayed to watch and like you. And keep your visuals clean and easy to understand. Don't clutter your visuals with 10 different pieces of pictures all over the screen and 10 different lines of text. No, keep it really simple. 1 line of text at a time. 1 visual on the screen at the time. Because the main focus of your video should be the value you provide to your viewer and nothing else. You might think having the flashy visuals, the cool animations, maybe you need a cliff jumping or a skydiving clip at the beginning of your video to make it visually captivating, and no, that's not the point. Because think about it from the viewer's perspective. Why would a viewer watch your video? It is very simple. It's because there's some sort of value that you're providing them. And this might sound nihilistic, like, oh, I want my viewer to care about me. I want to build an audience. That's what clout means, right? Wrong. The art of succeeding on social media is understanding that nobody really cares about you, especially if they've never seen you on their page before. All they care about is the value that you're going to provide them. For example, if they want to grow 2 centimeters on their biceps, stop yapping about something. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to the page, follow for more. Nobody asked for that. Cut exactly, straight to the point. Cut out any sentence that that does not contribute to delivering the main value of your video. Talk about each bicep exercise, why it matters, and why they should apply it to, and then go on to the next one. If you're talking about how you grew your business from $1,000 to $10,000 a month, and you want to get 100,000 views on that kind of video, I'm sorry, but you gotta stop spending time trying to showcase your personality and joking on the camera if you detract completely from your main point, which is simply how you grew your business from $1,000 to $10,000 a month. And this applies to every single type of content. You are simply going to bore the crap out of your viewers if you are not focused on simply delivering that kind of value. I could talk about what kind of shirts I like, I could talk about this like chain on my neck, I could talk about all the little things that I did earlier today, but that's not the reason why you're watching this video right now. It's because you want this formula and you want this 3 V's. And the instant I detract from that and start dancing and prancing around, you're already losing your retention. In fact, in my YouTube graph, I know I probably saw a dip in like 1% when I talked about that, because it's not contributing to the main point of this video. And ultimately, if you came on this video thinking clout is some magic little pill you can swallow, some magic buttons you can press on your phone, make clout and followers appear, I'm sorry, it's actually hard work, because you have to make good videos. And that's an art and that's a science that takes time to practice. Think about, I spent 2 to 3 hours on my most viral Instagram reel. So when I said 200 reels posted this year, realistically, that meant 600 hours of work, maybe even more. Not to mention the fact that I've already been posting content since 2020 on TikTok and Instagram. So I know I've been very harsh, and I know there's a lot to apply from this video, but it's a hard and long process. So if you want my full guide on how to make these quality videos, I'm talking step-by-step walkthroughs, click the first link in the description and I will walk you through exactly how to hit your first 10,000 followers and start monetizing through Instagram and TikTok. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.